I'm live. Great, you guys. This is awesome. Well, I'm really glad to see you. I hope you're glad to see me. I'm sure you are. There's a lot going on, and I just wanted to make a video. I'm live at the moment because I'm making an entirely new community, and I'm going to explain it in just a second. It's called the New Music Community, and it's for artists, recording artists, performers, songwriters, producers, engineers, managers, promoters, media buyer or talent buyers. Everybody who works in music, everybody who works on music, everybody who's putting music into the world. And here's why, because we're at a time where our connection is more important than ever. Not only, I'm not even talking about our global issues or our civic issues or our cities. I'm talking about you and me, mentally, emotionally, physically, creatively, being where we want to be. I don't want to live in a place of not having what I want. I'd like to have what I want. And what I want is a really abundant life of joy and pleasure and everything I enjoy and need and could want. Music is such a big part of my journey. And I'm going to say why, because music is not actually my journey. Music is basically what intercepted me in my childhood, and it gave me an opportunity to express the feelings, gave me an opportunity to feel, to learn about how I interpreted the world and things, and music has been with me ever since then. Music is so much more than a career or not a career, a hobby or a professional engagement. Music really does touch your soul in some inexplicable way that is mysterious and yet translates across every culture in the world. Music is powerful. So wherever you are in your music journey, whether you're writing, whether you're producing, just getting started, or you're coming back into things after some time off, or you're right in the throes of an amazing career, I want to know you, and I want to get to know you, I want to support you, and I want to provide what I do best, which is networking individuals who have common interests, bringing together musicians on a daily basis. And I'm actually going to walk you through the whole thing here. It's called the New Music Community. So what I did is, physical distance became a huge barrier for us during the pandemic. We began something called social distancing, and a lot of social anxiety ensued. But my theory is that it just revealed what was already going on. Now, I know that there were some other things happening, but my point is this: we do not benefit by being disconnected. We do not benefit by being disconnected. When we connect with those who share our best interests, we benefit. So distance had to become only a psychological barrier. We had to make that transition, because if we allowed distance to be a complete barrier, we wouldn't have FaceTimed our friends or family. We wouldn't have emailed. We wouldn't have been on Instagram and social media. So all that to say, most people find it very challenging to find a community that they belong to and they find purpose in. One of the things that music is so powerful at doing is bringing people together. It creates community anywhere it goes because people love music and they resonate with music. So because most people struggle with finding that, and artists potentially are even worse, or they even have a harder time at finding community to have purpose and to have meaning. And I'm not saying you don't have meaning and purpose as an individual. Of course you do. And it's important to tap into that and know that. But that's something you have to do for yourself. Once you've graduated past a certain point of having an amount of self-efficacy where you can write a song, you can put it on DistroKid, you can play a show, you can go live on Instagram, wherever you are in music, and it might be instrumental, it might be practicing your instrument, it might be developing an extended technique. My point is just that there are so many things we have in common across all these genres that if we were to actually link, if we were to actually share resources, just through conversation, I'm not suggesting anything crazy, but if we just meet every day of the week for 90 minutes, we can talk about music, we can network, we can share what's going on. And I'm going to be bringing in my network. I'm going to rely on you to bring in your network, because when we bring in amazing musicians, they have a way of knowing each other. They have a way of showing everybody how small the world really is. So the New Music Community is for everybody who is seeking community in and around music. Okay, so welcome. This is the website for it, actually. It's ezekielgentle.com/community. You can see it right there. You can go to it at any point. Hello and welcome. So distance is only a psychological barrier. Musicians need each other, and the world needs musicians. Find your niche community with us and share your music when you feel ready. Creating a safe, respectful, productive environment is the goal of the New Music Community. Join us, share your audio samples, and see the benefits of being part of a true community. I hope this is true, that we are who you've been looking for, the New Music Community. I know I've been looking for community. I studied music in college and enjoyed the benefits of being around artists and performers all the time. It really does something to you. And this is why people go to these kinds of retreats and events and camps and schools. We don't have to be in school to have community, and we don't have to be in some kind of fixed construct to have community. We can have community around music. You're trying to put songs on Spotify and get more listens? Great. So am I. You're trying to put out great visual content to make people want to check out your music and hear your story? Great. So am I. We can help each other more by knowing of each other. And that doesn't mean we have to have some professional arrangement with every person in the community. But what it does is it gives you exposure, and you begin to hear what success sounds like. And you begin to hear and see what the steps are that people who are where you want to be have taken, and you're able to take those steps. So my name is Ezekiel. If you're on my YouTube channel, of course, you already know me, and I appreciate you for being a subscriber. If you're not, I invite you to join. I share about my life and a lot of other things. This is the New Music Community, and I'm sharing this video to describe to everybody who's interested in it why it's important. And this is me. I'm your guide for now, but we will build the team, and we will bring in some other leaders, and they're going to help us keep everything productive. If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. It's an ancient African proverb, anonymous author, but incredibly powerful and very true to music in the current environment. We don't have to live like the composers of the 17th century and the 18th century, people who, they never got to really experience ensemble work. They never got to share their music with other people. Chopin wasn't even that popular until after he passed away, much like many artists. And so it's not about being popular, but it is about getting better. And if we don't actually open up and we just kind of stay siloed in our rooms, we're not going to get better. Unless you're practicing all day, every day in your room and you're not distracted, we're probably not getting better. So that's why this exists. We can join forces. We can share inspiration. So for $5 a month, this group shares daily conversations for 90 minutes from 7 to 8:30. And that is so that we can not only talk about industry updates, talk about what's coming out, talk about where things are moving and shifting, where the opportunities are, but also for people who aren't ready to share their music yet, this is an amazing opportunity to participate and get to know other artists who are where you want to be, to network with other people, and also find collaborators like producers and engineers and somebody to mix and master your track, somebody who's in the city that you're seeking to be in. We're actually really extraordinarily connected, and so if we just leverage these things, we'll realize that it's like the freeway system. The freeways connect the United States, and we have all these amazing highways, and they were built, and we maintain them, and so that we can constantly go back and forth between states, right? That's the internet. Like, we're not actually separated by freeways, though. You wouldn't say that, we can't see each other or talk or connect, right? Well, the distance then is this. It's like there's no distance, right? So there's nothing between me and getting to the next step, and there's nothing between me and you except this digital connection. So the second level, if you want to share your music, you want your audio to be heard, you want to go on and play your song either acoustically or stream it, join the community. $15 a month, This is planned, purposeful, and productive. Members of the new music community are invited to share their music, meet other members, establish collaborations, and expand opportunities, as well as join daily audio calls to connect with other members from all parts of the world. And it's from the comfort of your phone. If you are invested in your journey and you do not know what the next step is, and you have gained an amount of trust for me and you understand my journey, you've listened to my music, you know where I am in music, there's coaching available for you. And it's $50 a month. What we do is take an hour consultation and provide creative strategy and also an action list so that you have a path to get to your next step. This is all available on my website, ezekielgentle.com/community. Here are the subscriptions. And you may be curious, well, where does it happen? Well, the daily community happens on Clubhouse. It's a free app. It creates an audio-only room that we can lock, so it's private. And there we can talk about music and ideas and the industry and everything we're working on. The other level is community, and that is $20 a month. Like I mentioned, this is a weekly Zoom room with all of us in the community. So everybody who's there, we're going to join over Zoom on video and share our music. Of course, you don't have to be on video, but it benefits you to do it. And then the other option, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, is, of course, coaching, and that's with me. I'll take you through my journey and I'll share what I've learned, and I'm going to give you some insights, and none of the results are guaranteed on this. This is coaching, okay? So this is like insightful information and advice that may have otherwise cost you years to learn and experiences to learn. So I'll reflect everything I can and provide a really helpful, rigorous action plan for you to get to the step you want to be on. Okay, so that's the new music community. We're waiting for you. Check us out on Clubhouse, the new music community. Go to my Instagram, ezekielgentle.com. And here are the packages, by the way, just to fully break down. One is the daily audio meetup. That's inspiration. That's $5. The second one, community, $20. Coaching, $50. So again, you can see the different levels of investment here. If you're kind of passively, you're not really sure you want to engage in this, or you just want to test it out, this is a great place to start. If you know you have songs you want to play for a group of other songwriters, this is where you want to be. And if you're seeking that leadership and expert advice, this is where you want to be. So you can just scroll up here. It's ezekielgentle.com/community and check it out. Guys, I am Zeke. I really appreciate you being on this video with me, and